want to give you some tips. And these are tips. Poor Don, I said I wasn't going to use the whiteboard anymore. It's like, what can I do with this guy, right?
Old dogs are hard to train.
Yeah.
It'll look good.
See your time as a strategic decision. See your time as something that you invest rather than you. I love this term, wasting time. Did you ever hear the expression, wasting time is a small form of suicide?
No.
Killing time, I love that one. That's great. I'm just killing time. Okay? Me, I would encourage you to invest your time. How do you invest your time? Well, decide what it is you want to accomplish. It might be reading a book. It might be creating some personal development for yourself. It might be reading something that's worthwhile and uplifting and positive and constructive every day. It might be a whole host of things. One of the investments I make every day is I spend at least 30 minutes doing what I just described to you. I like to feed my brain. My brain takes care of me. So I try to feed it. Just like my body. Okay? So how do you invest your time? That would be my suggestion to you. Here's how to do that. Every day, decide what time you're going to get up. If it's 8 o'clock in the morning, say, okay, what am I going to invest my time in today? Not how am I going to spend my time. How am I going to invest my time? And the way to begin that process is by setting your goals. Okay? One of my goals every day, for example, is to take a shower. That way people don't avoid me. Just a joke. Invest your time. What are you going to do from 8 until 9? Here's how realtors get up and spend their time. What are you going to do? What are you doing today? I got a 1 o'clock. And I think I have to check. I think I got a 3:30. Roger, have you ever had that conversation with people?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what strikes me when I'm talking to them is, okay, well, what are you doing from 9 to 1? Answer, if they don't know, probably nothing. Or probably nothing that's going to move their life and their goals forward. Okay? So the first thing I would suggest to you is decide, what are your goals? Okay? When I got a divorce, I was subjected to what was, at that time, in my opinion, some pretty draconian and old-fashioned and kind of stupid ideas about how much non-custodial parents should spend with their children, which consisted of 4 days a month and 3 hours on Wednesdays. It was a big deal to me. So, guess what I didn't do between 4 and 7 on Wednesdays and every other weekend? Anything other than spend time with my children. I didn't answer the phone. I didn't work in the business. I didn't do anything other than hang around with them. I was the quintessential Disneyland dad. It was fun. We had fun. Lots of it. Okay? So, I'm going to ask you to set a goal. Take in terms of, if you're brand new in this business, Tina, how old are your children?
7, 9, 13, 18.
Here's my question. You don't have to answer it for the benefit of the group. Does your 7-year-old know the next time that they're going to get 2 hours of your undivided attention? If they don't, they should. Okay? Because when we have indefinite schedules like this, our children never know when they're going to see us. Ever. Okay? So when my children, who I saw 4 days a month, came to live with me and I became a Mr. Mom, they'd look at me and go, "Are you going back out tonight, Dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but tomorrow's Wednesday." And they knew, even though I was going out the door on Tuesday, that A, they were special, they were important, They were more important than this business, and they knew when I was going to visually express that to them. Okay? So if and when you have children or whatever, make sure that they have regularly scheduled time that they spend with you. Schedule an appointment with your kids, and don't schedule over it for anything. Okay? That's an example of time investment. Okay? I'll give you another example of time investment. Business acquisition time. Most of us are terrified of most of the processes involved in business acquisition. Talking to our friends, asking them for referrals, talking to buy owners, talking to expireds. These are not things that make people race out of bed with the mattress smoking, going, yippee-I-okay, I get to talk to 10, 5, 4, 7 buy owners today. So, you need some time to do that. And you might begin with a small amount of time. You might begin with a half hour. You might begin with an hour. But that time needs to be scheduled. And the other thing I can tell you about time investment, don't schedule over it. Remember my rules about important time? What are they? In order to get out of your important time, you have, or schedule over it, you have to be what? Dying. Dying counts. Okay, dying counts.
Hospital.
Okay. In the hospital, you got one more excuse, Don.
Happy hour.
Okay, that counts. That's how we do it.